Cancer. This message is for the part of you that still wonders what really happened inside them after they hurt you. Not the cold face, fake confidence, or the story they told other people. I mean what they actually felt when they crossed a line with someone who loved them with real depth. Did they feel guilty? Did they miss you? Did they regret it? Or did they walk away like your heart was just another place they left damaged? Stay with me, because the truth is not as simple as they feel nothing. People with narcissistic patterns do feel things. They just do not always feel them in the clean, humble way you hoped for. By the end, you will understand the emotion they hide, why your silence bothers them, and why their hidden feelings still do not mean you should reopen the door. The first thing they often feel after hurting you is not remorse. It is exposure. Cancer, you are not easy to fool forever. You may give chances and try to see the good, but your intuition is sharp. You notice when affection becomes a weapon. You sense when an apology is just a reset button, and when a narcissistic person hurts someone like you. A part of them knows you saw behind the mask. You saw the insecurity behind the arrogance and the emptiness behind the control. That is what makes them uncomfortable. They may laugh louder, post more, move on faster, or pretend you meant nothing. But sometimes that performance is not proof of peace. It is proof they are trying to outrun the mirror you became. At first, hurting you may have made them feel powerful, because your reaction made them feel important. Your tears, messages, and search for closure gave them access to your emotions. But then, something changes. There comes a moment when you stop explaining. You stop begging them to understand. You stop sending paragraphs to someone who mastered misunderstanding you on purpose. And when cancer goes quiet, the energy changes. Now they are not receiving your warmth. They are not controlling your emotions. They are not standing at the center of your storm. For someone who feeds on reaction, your silence feels like a loss. They expected you to stay wounded, keep checking, keep proving that what they did still had power over you. But when you pull your spirit back, it disturbs them. Not always because they understand your pain, but because they can no longer use your pain as proof that they matter. This is where the hidden truth begins. Many narcissistic people do feel something after hurting you, but they translate it incorrectly. They feel shame and call it anger. They feel emptiness and call it boredom. They feel fear of abandonment and call it freedom. They do not want to say, I hurt someone who genuinely loved me. They do not want to say, I broke something safe because my ego could not tolerate accountability. So instead, they rewrite the story. They make you too sensitive, too emotional, too needy, too complicated. Sometimes that story is created because they need it. If you are the problem, they do not have to face what they did. If your reaction becomes the issue, their action can disappear. But the soul knows. Even when the ego lies, the soul knows when it has harmed someone who did not deserve it. That is why they sometimes return in strange ways. A random message, a memory, a fake emergency, a casual, how have you been? They may say they were checking on you, but often they are checking if they still have access. Cancer, know the difference between someone missing you and someone missing control. A person can miss the way you love them without being ready to love you correctly. They can miss your softness without respecting your boundaries. They can miss your attention without being accountable for the wound. They can miss the version of you that stayed while resenting the version of you that finally chose yourself. And that resentment is real. They resent your healing because your healing tells a story they cannot control. They resent your peace because it proves you were not destroyed by them. They resent your growth because it forces them to face the possibility that they were not the prize. They were the lesson. But the real question is not, do they feel anything? The real question is, are their feelings enough to change them? Cancer, this is where you must stop romanticizing hidden pain. Yes, they may feel regret in flashes. Yes, they may feel lonely at night. Yes, they may compare others to you and realize your love had a depth they took for granted. But a flash of regret is not repentance. Loneliness is not love. Missing comfort is not accountability. Wanting access again is not the same as wanting to become safe. Do not confuse discomfort with transformation. You can sense when someone is hurting, but your gift does not require you to become shelter for the storm that damaged you. You are allowed to understand them and still leave. Here is the part they never admit. Hurting you did not make them feel powerful forever. At first, maybe. In the argument, maybe. When they were twisting the story or watching you chase clarity, maybe. But over time, when your energy disappeared, when your love was no longer available on demand, something inside them felt the absence. Not always as love, sometimes as hunger. Not always as guilt, sometimes as panic. Not always as sadness, sometimes as anger. But they felt the change. Cancer, your love has a signature. People do not just forget it. You are not the kind of soul someone replaces with noise. You are the kind of presence that becomes obvious when it is gone. They miss the way you notice details. They miss the way your loyalty made them feel chosen. But admitting that would mean facing what they lost, so they hide it behind pride. That does not mean you need to wait. That does not mean you need to answer. That does not mean their hidden feelings are a sign to reopen a door that nearly broke you. Sometimes the spiritual meaning is not reunion. Sometimes it is revelation. The universe is showing you that you can love deeply without abandoning yourself, be loyal without accepting mistreatment, and be compassionate without volunteering to be hurt again. This matters for Cancer because you do not detach casually. When you leave emotionally, it usually means you tried everything first. You explained, softened, prayed, blamed yourself, and waited for potential to become reality. But eventually, your spirit got tired of bleeding for someone else's ego. That is when Cancer becomes quiet. And Cancer quiet is not empty. It is sacred. It is the sound of a heart closing the gates after too many invasions. It is the moment your intuition stops whispering and starts commanding. It is the moment you realize peace is not found by winning the argument. Peace is found by leaving the table where your pain was being used as entertainment. If this message is speaking to you, like this video and subscribe to Crab Zodiac, because this channel was made for souls who feel what others hide. And if you are ready to stop carrying guilt for someone else's cruelty, comment, "I protect my peace." Once you stop asking, "Did they care?" and start asking, "Was I safe?" everything changes. Once you stop asking, "Do they miss me?" and start asking, "Did they respect me?" your spirit gets clearer. Once you stop asking, "What do they feel?" and start asking, "What do I deserve?" you stop handing your healing to the person who caused the wound. They may feel regret, they may feel anger, they may feel exposed, they may feel your absence, they may feel the loss of control, but Cancer, what they feel is not more important than what you know. Do not go backward because you sensed sadness in them. Do not reopen the wound because their loneliness knocked on your intuition. Do not mistake a late realization for a changed character. The universe may reveal their hidden feelings, not so you can rescue them, but so you can stop thinking you imagined everything. You were not crazy. You were not too much. You were not hard to love. You were trying to get honesty from someone addicted to control. The truth they never admit is that hurting you left a mark on them too. Somewhere inside, they know they mishandled someone rare. They know they turned warmth into distance. They know they made a loving person guarded. They know they taught a gentle soul how to leave. But Cancer, your healing does not require their confession. Your closure does not need their honesty. Your future does not need their permission. You can trust what happened. You can trust what you felt. You can trust the peace that came after distance. You can trust the version of you that finally said, "Enough." Because what narcissists really feel after hurting you is complicated. But what you deserve is simple. You deserve love that does not punish you for caring. You deserve communication that does not twist your words. You deserve passion without manipulation. You deserve loyalty without fear. And the moment you believe that, the spell breaks. They may never admit what they felt, but one day, Cancer, you will no longer need that confession to be free. Their silence will no longer feel like a mystery. It will feel like confirmation that your intuition was right, your love was real, your boundary was necessary, and the chapter ended because your soul was ready for peace. So let them hide behind pride if they choose. Let them rewrite the story in rooms where your spirit no longer attends. You are not here to chase the truth out of someone committed to denial. You are here to come home to yourself. This was Crab Zodiac. Subscribe if this message found you at the right time. Cancer, your love was never the weakness. The weakness was their inability to honor it. From this moment forward, you do not chase closure from closed hearts. You protect your peace, trust your intuition, and let your life become the apology they were never brave enough to give.